Hey guys, what's going on? It is Cruzabe here, back with another video, and today I'm going to give you 3 tips to improve your defender positioning. We're going to take a look at aggressive positioning to win the ball back early, efficient positioning when covering passes, and finally proper positioning to defend 1-versus-1 situations at the end. So without further ado, let's get started. In FIFA 23, you can win possession back in midfield a lot of the time if you switch to your backline early and position properly. This works because dribbling in FIFA 23 is hard and keeping the ball in tight spots is often impossible. So your goal as a defender is to create these tight spots as often as possible and punish your opponent for committing to a dribbling. The way you do that is by confidently using your backline defenders, especially your center backs. This is active, modern defending, also used by the pros and much better than always running back with your center mids as some others teach you. When you see a likely passing option for the opponent, select the defender close by with a right stick switch and push towards the attacker by using the fast jockey with L2 plus R2. You can slightly anticipate the direction that you expect your opponent to receive the ball towards, but it's important not to heavily commit. Instead, wait for the opponent to make his first touch and decide for a direction. Then, if you see that the ball is open and you have a good timing to go for a challenge, move towards the ball with jockey or sprint depending on how far the ball is away and go for the tackle. This works especially well if the opponent doesn't have any good passing options close by, and the more you got him under pressure, the more you can commit with your defenders, even if the ball is shielded or you missed your first challenge. So be confident to go for the ball when you're in a good spot. There will be times though when you're not able to aggressively attack the ball, either because you're too far away from the opponent or because he has dangerous runs available to threaten a through ball. However, that doesn't mean you're not aiming to remain active and intercept as many passes as possible. The defender positioning I want to highlight here is the one when you need to defend an attacker's run to stop a potential through ball, but you also want to be able to intercept a short pass to that same attacker. What you need to do is find the proper spacing for the situation you're in. You want to be ahead of the striker to reach that potential through ball first, but at the same time not sprint back mindlessly, being 10 meters ahead already, leaving the short pass open. The key here is using a mixture of sprinting and fast jockey to always stay in that 2 to 5 meter range ahead of the striker. If you need to create more spacing, use sprint. If you want to get a bit closer again, use the fast jockey. You should also pay attention to the spot you're in. For example, the closer you get towards goal, the more difficult a through ball is going to be, because there's not much space left to get it behind the backline without the goalkeeper getting to the ball first. So you should lean a bit more heavily towards intercepting the short pass. On the other hand, there are a lot of moments in FIFA 23 when players try to abuse their lengthy strikers, and so you want to be ready to commit a full sprint backwards to get to the long ball first. Getting this positioning down correctly takes some practice and experience, but once you do, you will find that opponents don't know which passes to play anymore and hand you the ball on a silver platter time and time again. If you want to learn more on intercepting passes, then make sure to check out the free in-depth lesson we have on this topic in our The Guide Plus app. Here you can also navigate through various other categories and find tips on the things you struggle with most. Or follow structured courses, track your progress and earn badges for completing topics. Along the way, different quiz types help you to test your knowledge and learn more efficiently. There's a bunch of free new content in the app right now, so make sure to check it out today. There are 2 key elements to consistently defending opponents who challenge you in 1-versus-1 situations. The first one is your default positioning when the attacker approaches. A very useful rule of thumb here is always staying in the direct line between the attacker and the center of your goal. This will make it so that you have the option to defend both the inside and the outside, basically denying your opponent both directions he can go for. The second key is not, and I repeat, not anticipating and overcommitting. Think about it this way. The opponent is coming at you. He needs to do something to get past you. He needs to have a creative idea. You are fine where you are. There is no reason to panic. Just lay back and wait for the opponent's action. Regarding your positioning and movement, a very powerful tool is keeping the distance as long as the opponent doesn't commit to a move. Instead of going towards him or either direction, simply jockey backwards. This will take the power out of trying to sprint past you and out of a lot of skill moves as well, because when the opponent does the move, you have already moved a couple of steps back and so he doesn't get past you at all. After the opponent commits with a dribbling touch or a skill move, there is a crucial moment though when you need to decide if you can get to the ball and get control of it before the opponent, and if that's the case, now is the time to move towards the ball with jockey or sprint and tackle if needed. If you feel like it's too risky because the opponent could change direction and get away from a tackle by having a touch to the ball before you, then stay in position and start back at step 1, keeping your distance. Now that you've got top level defender positioning skills, you should have a much easier time defending in FIFA 23. However, of course, there are a lot more defensive situations you can get into than the 3 highlighted in this video. That's why you should definitely check out our video on how to generally defend in FIFA 23 next. It's linked right here. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. See you then. Much love. Peace.